Strategies of a child molester. The percentage of child abuse cases reported that involve a person unknown to the child is a very small percentage. Usually, an abuser is known by the child. Child molesters use the strategies of seduction, trickery, and force to accomplish their sexual abuse. They use a very smooth process of grooming that correlates to the courting process. They lavish the child with gifts and attention, plan opportunities to be alone with the child with more intrusive touching, and rarely use force. However, force is sometimes applied and needs to be included among the strategies discussed. Imagine yourself in the following situations and select what you would do. You can try the situation more than once, so don't worry about right or wrong answers. At the last den meeting, you noticed that one of your Cub Scouts had bruises on his upper arms. This week, you look a little more closely and see that the bruises are different colors, and some look pretty new. You know that his parents are going through a divorce. You express concern to the boy about the injuries you see. You ask him what happened. His answers are evasive. What do you do? A. Call your Scout executive. B. Call Child Protective Services. C. Call both your Scout executive and CPS. C. That's right. Because you don't know if the suspected abuse occurred inside or outside the scouting program, you should call both your Scout executive and Child Protective Services. Even though the parents are going through a divorce, the suspected abuse may not be happening at home. In this case, it was happening at a relative's house where the boy was temporarily staying. But thanks to your involvement, the abuse was put to a quick end. To raise awareness and help children know what to do in case of an abusive situation, show the age-appropriate youth protection video, "It Happened to Me," to your 6 to 9-year-old Cub Scouts and their parents once a year. If you have Webelos that are 10 to 11 years of age or Boy Scouts, they are to view "A Time to Tell." One of your Boy Scouts has been acting odd lately. He seems very withdrawn, very unhappy. He participates half-heartedly, even in activities he used to enjoy. Even the other Scouts have noticed a difference. He hardly says a word anymore, and he used to be one of the more outgoing boys in the troop. What should you do? A. Talk to the Scout and let him know that you're available for him if something's on his mind. A. Whether this change in behavior is a sign of abuse or something else, it's important that you let the Scout know that you're available to him. If something is going on, he needs a trusted adult to talk to. To raise awareness and help children know what to do in case of an abusive situation, show the age-appropriate youth protection video, "It Happened to Me," to your 6 to 9-year-old Cub Scouts and their parents once a year. If you have Webelos that are 10 to 11 years of age or Boy Scouts, they are to view "A Time to Tell." Content of Council Reporting Requirements. Note to BSA users, in order for your training to be complete, you must download the reporting requirements for your local council. Use the drop-down menu. The way an adult responds to a child when he tries to disclose abuse can influence the outcome of the child's victimization. If a child tells you that he has been abused, remain calm. This reassures the child that everything is going to be okay. Do not criticize the child or ask him why he let this happen. By not criticizing, you counteract anything the molester told him about getting in trouble for disclosing the abuse. Reassure the child that you are concerned about what happened to him. Tell him that you would like to get him some help. Explain to him that you'll tell the proper authorities, but that you will only tell people who need to know in order to help him. When a child comes to you with an allegation of abuse, or if you suspect that abuse is occurring, It's your responsibility to report it to the proper authorities. Allegations by a scout concerning abuse in the program must be reported to the scout executive. Every state has different reporting requirements. You will receive instructions to obtain reporting requirements for your area and council after you complete this training. You are not required to know for certain that a child has been abused, just to have reasonable suspicion reported in good faith. After you report the allegation to your scout executive and the proper authorities, do not tell anyone else about the suspected abuse. You have completed the section of the course on recognizing and reporting abuse. Please continue to the Applying Your Knowledge section. In this section of the course, you will apply the knowledge you gained in the previous sections. You will imagine yourself in several realistic situations and make decisions about what to do at each step. Based on your decisions, the outcome of each situation will vary. At each step along the way, you can call on expert advisors to help you. This is meant to be a way to explore various options in a safe environment. If the situation doesn't turn out the way you hoped, just try it again and see what would happen if you made different choices. You're holding your weekly scout meeting and you notice one of your newer scouts, Billy, wearing a jacket over his uniform. When you ask him if you can take his jacket, he says he's cold, even though it's a warm spring day. He leaves the jacket on and zipped up for the entire meeting. What should you do? A. Nothing. He already told you he was cold. B. Remind him that the jacket is not part of the proper scout uniform. The next week, Billy is wearing the same jacket and still refuses to take it off, even though you can see he's sweating. When another scout tries to get him to take it off, he says, "Just leave me alone," and hardly speaks again through the entire meeting. What should you do? A. Let it ride one more week. It's probably just a phase. B. Pull him aside after the meeting. Tell him you noticed that he didn't take his jacket off, and ask him if something is wrong. Billy sits silently. No answer. No response, just crossed arms over his jacket. What should you do? A. Tell him not to come back to the meeting until he wears the proper uniform. B. Tell him that you're concerned about him, and you'll be there if he wants to talk. The next meeting, Billy arrives wearing a lighter weight jacket and says he needs to speak to you. He tells you that his parents have been hitting him and unzips the jacket to show you the bruises. I can't seem to do anything right, and I didn't want the other guys to know. What should you do? Remain calm and tell Billy you're going to make a phone call to get him some help. Then call your scout executive for guidance. Continue asking more questions so you can tell the whole story to the police. Good job. You recognized potential abuse and were calmly able to get Billy to open up to you. Then you went through the right channels to get him help.